have that gentleman right there. First of all.
Okay. It's a great idea.
Everybody? Beautiful, what a beautiful event.
Allez bien.
Parfait. Eh bien, proposez pour join the concert.
A United States Congress
it is widely circulated and reported that the G7 world leaders have recognized the Biafra referendum.
That was the event that has been reported widely that took place just few days ago in Paris. I think it was hosted by the French president, Emmanuel Macron. And you see, what leaders actually gathered there. But let me tell you what actually happened in that event. When we're talking about the Biafra constitution, we're talking about referendum. Before now, I was used to tell people that there's nothing like referendum anymore, because Biafrans have documented enough referendum showing to the whole world that are ready to go. And these are part of the things that formed the constitutional documentation that was presented to the G7 as a charter, which was actually signed. I don't want to tell you the caliber of people who were involved in that arrangement. I'm telling you that Biafra is going to be one of the most powerful nations around the world, and with this kind of thing coming up, And remember, Donald Trump told them immediately he preached it, and he told the whole world that I am the boss. And you know what it means? He has done something very big. He has told the world, he has shared that understanding with other world leaders. One of the leaders we are hearing that actually, physically, made a statement towards that regard was the German president, Mazi, Chancellor Mazi, if I can get his name very correctly. He also made a statement in that regard. So it becomes crystal clear that such mission, such charter, such agreement, such signatory document was also transmitted to the United Nations. Go and look at what the United Nations said just few hours ago from where this interview section is being engaged. It was noting very clearly that if care is not taken, Amina Mohammed might be removed as one of the people who is being seen to be sabotaging the issues of global policies against terrorism all over the world, because it is being reported that he is blocking a lot of things from having direct access to United Nations Secretary General. I'm talking about Antonio Guterres. But the joy, the overwhelming news is that at what point with the G7 leaders, remember, the Italian government was also involved, in that G7, and there are some countries that were also involved. But from what we actually gathered, that the president of the United States, the UK, British government, who happened to be Keir Starmer was also present. But to an extent, we discovered that he got to know about it because some countries needed not to sign it as long as the president happens to secure to turn to that agreement, to that signatory, it becomes official. Now, in that charter, in that referendum charter, as the constitution that was initially presented to the United Nations, that the United Nations now acknowledge Biafra based on that constitution as a secular nation built on Christian values. So both the Biafra constitution and proof, documentation of all the situations that happened in Biafra land, all the rallies, all the speeches, was presented, including the one that Simon Neighbor also conducted, that have over 50 million people voting for referendum for Biafra, was also part of what was officially presented to G7 leaders. I'm talking about world leaders. When you talk about G7, you talk about the most sophisticated industrialized nations around the world under the leadership of the United States of America. Big news, I can tell you, that America, G7, and Israel definitely is going to have one of the strongest allies in West Africa, Africa as a whole.
A lot of people want to know, now, since this agitation of Biafra has started, now we are hearing that a referendum is being signed. We want to know, what truly does Biafra stand for? Eliminate people that may see in this light, what is Biafra?
Let me just tell you, the series of referendum has been taking place, like I explained on this platform. And don't think when they say sit at home, people sit at home. Everyone they sit at home, people sit at home. The world is watching. Are you going to obey? What are the things that we are using now? And prove that this is a clear fact that the referendum or series of time has happened in that place. Now, coming to your question, it's a very straightforward thing. There are more than 1,000 reasons for that, because our IPOB is duly registered under the United Nations Charter requirement that it guarantees the indigenous people. When they say indigenous people, that's what the problem myself have. That was why I was thinking actually, like he went down, because when they look at it, you didn't meet up with the United Nations required standard. You might not be able to have their attention. So, in that self-determination charter act in the United Nations, it includes indigenous people. That's why they came out and came out with indigenous people. So we are now official. It is now official. So if we are talking about Biafra, anybody that is against oppression, anybody that is rejected to be silent, because if you are silent, that means you have endorsed slavery. If you are against civilization, if you are against humanity, if you are against what God has destined man to do, then you are not a Biafran. So, virtually everybody around the world are all Biafrans. But the most important thing is that that particular name supposed to be in a geopolitical area known as a nation to maintain the values. Do you understand what I mean? The values. Biafra is going to be a secular nation. There will be anybody can come there, but you do not trespass. Just like the Jews are scattered all over the world. Today, Jews have a place they can call their own country. That does not mean that the Jews are not in other parts of the country. That's what the Biafra represents. No, Biafra is not going to be a racist nation. Biafra is going to maintain the standard as the only ancient kingdom that is remaining on earth. There's no other kingdom. I'm talking about this earth. Biafra is the first kingdom on earth. So we are maintaining that standard, and that is what Biafra represents. There will be no oppression. Nobody is going to oppress you. There will be what they call Arrow Confederate system that will drive the leadership of Biafra. Yes, because we are going to show the world that we are ready, and we will not allow all these people to hijack it. Those who are going to be involved in Biafran government at the end of the day are people who are selfless. Not people who are selfish. People like Mazi, Nnamdi, Kanu, although he said he's not going to be involved. People like Simon, although they said they're not going to be involved. But there will be rules and regulation. And what is the rules and regulation? Nobody will tamper with the core values of humanity. Nobody is going to tamper with the core values of human capital. Nobody's going to tamper with the core view of transparency and total decentralization of power, where every province of the Biafra land will be allowed to represent themselves independently in terms of, whatever resources they found in themselves, it will be used for themselves. That is what we are going to model Biafra after Israel and America. And we are going to be one of the powerful nations of these great nations as allies.
All right, based on the way you're speaking, I think it will be a great news for everyone that is supporting Biafra.
Richard, I know you're already warming up. Langatro don't they do it like this now? You're already eyeing, the kingdom that's about to come. But it's a good news. Africa need to be modeled.
So what would you advise people that also want to believe in this ideology? How can they contribute to ensure that this particular ideology come into reality sooner? For the better.
Biafra has become a resilient spirit. Biafra need to be rested. Biafra have not rested. Since the days of Seth, Cain and Abel, Biafra have not rested. So it is time for Biafra to be rested. And it's going to happen in this our generation, because this generation we saw that Jerusalem was able to move from Tel Aviv to the capital of Israel, which is Jerusalem. Today, the capital of Israel is in Jerusalem, not in Tel Aviv. As being written in the Bible, this generation experienced it. And a black nation needs a modern nation that can change the narrative of how we look at what is happening in South Africa. No! We need to tell them, come to Biafra and see what Biafrans are doing. The black man can be proud of themselves. Oh, you can't go to America and say there's racism or they say immigration policy. Say to all the blacks out there. No, come to Biafra land. Stay. Yes. That is why the world must understand, and that is why you see this thing happening in G7. It is not a joke. The world is preparing because they know what is going to happen at the end of the day. That Biafra will become a nation, a secular nation with Christian values. So it's an open-minded thing, and you can see it now. They are already celebrating it in Washington, and they see World Igbo Congress. They are already gathering in Washington today to thank Donald Trump, because most of these things the Nigerian media will not report it. But those who are of the know that the day they will announce it, my brother, you are going to witness powerful nations. We are not restoring. What they're going to do is just recognition, because Biafra is in existence already. The reason why Biafra is in existence already is that Biafra and Nigeria engaged in ceasefire, and that ceasefire has lasted for how many years now? There's no way out. So, and that is why we are saying, since it has gotten to that level, there's need for, we don't need much. Once any country stand up and say, today I recognize Biafra as a sovereign nation, other nations will key in. And that is why the Nigerian government does not understand that all these things they are hearing from nations talking about Biafra, parliament and all that, the day it will be mentioned, Nigeria will not have any option. The Arab world will not have any, will not raise any, eyebrow, because they know that they were not taken by surprise. Anybody that have anything against Biafra now should say it, but nobody have come out to say anything, because they know that Biafra is not a crime, and that is why Mazi Nnamdi is not being charged in court for self-determination. Simon Eba is not being charged in court for self-determination, so it's not a crime. So, and that is why they are taking it step by step. Now that G7 has already, put their signatures on it, I tell you, it is one of the most beautiful news that have ever happened to the Biafran struggle.
But we see what is currently happening as regards a popular intelligence officer, in Nigeria, Reverend Nnamdi, come out and say that the Tinubu government has spent over $150 million to block Trump from coming back as president of America. At the same time, they are lobbying their way just to truncate the Biafran struggle. They spent over $150 million. We thought it was reported $9 million, but the man was saying $150 million.
So if you calculate what they have been lobbying ever since, they have been lobbying,
yes,
lobbying.
Some of the congressmen,
to the extent, you know, they wanted Joe Biden to get out.
Yeah. So, but with what is being said now, do you think because according to what he said the people that have been canvassing for Biafra freedom are now they are blowing code now because of what, you know, the money that the federal government are spending. But do you think Trump and Netanyahu will finally do the needful? Because with the money they are spending now, do you not think they can even go to Israel to lobby their way? Because the Knesset are serious as regards, you know, declaring Biafra.
By second week of July, there's going to be a breaking news from the Senate Parliament. They are telling you nobody's challenging them now. So you can see that Bianca Otuku was already chased away by the Israeli Parliament. They said they don't want to see him. In America today, and I say it very clearly, there's a reason why they don't want anything Nigeria in the United States of America today. Because they thought it was not a reality, but they have become a reality. All those snobbish firms, they have spent several millions and billions of dollars, have now pocketed their money because there's nothing they can do. They have tried their best, but the Congress insisted them. And every point in time, they keep on mentioning it in the Congress that Nigeria are using money to lobby them. They are the ones that even went ahead and exposed Nigeria. That they used $9 million to stop Biafran.
Thank you, my brother. I'm on the side of Trump coming to crush Boko Haram, ISWAP, Al-Shabaab, Al-Qaeda first before the vision of Nigeria. You know why? If we could reduce the numbers of the terrorists in Nigeria, I mean their population, I think that will give us upper hand when we divide Nigeria. Allowing ISWAP stronghold, Boko Haram stronghold, Al-Shabaab, Al-Qaeda, you know, herdsmen, you know, to be proliferating or thriving on a platform of free lands operation in Nigeria. I think that will give us more problem when we divide. Because if we divide, all the Al-Shabaab strongholds in the north, they will stop Hausa, United States of Hausa. They won't come to Biafra, I know. But what about mid-belt? They will still be tormenting the mid-belters. So what I mean now is that Trump should come, not telling us when to come. I'm telling you that America, they are tactical people. They are using this kind of, you know, strategy to deceive their enemies. You can't tell Nigerians, don't tell them when you are coming. Let it be an impromptu. I say, when something happens by sudden, that is when you will know who is strong and who is weak. I'm telling you, if America come by sudden, they are going to bring down the ISWAP, the Boko Haram insurgents, Al-Shabaab, Al-Qaeda, Hesman, Mahmuda, and Ansaru. So what I'm saying is that Biafra should be seeded away from Nigeria, but let American military operation takes place first. American military operation must be first before this imminent division.